There is one rig that has probably dominated co-angling for years. And man, do I have your new favorite worm to put on it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a shaky head. Any old school to new school tournament angler, anybody that's fishing co-anglers, you guys that are fishing from the back of the boat, whether it be a team or whether it be in the BFLs or a club, a shaky head is your best friend. Now, I didn't really believe that when I was fishing the BFLs as a co-angler, but man, did I have it proved to me. And there's a lot of guys that throw a shaky head religiously from the back of the boat. And in this video, we're going to show you everything from weight selection to rod reel line to how you want to fish it when you're fishing those tournaments. And a couple of key little tips that'll help you catch more fish, like using this worm right here. What worm is it? This is one of my new favorite shaky head worms right here. This is the Skinny Stick from JBros. Now listen, you guys know I'm a big JBros fan. Again, small business. Love to support my small mom and pop businesses. And this is for sure one of those. Now there's a lot of different ways that you can rig this little worm, from Nico rigging it to weightless rigging it, wacky rigging it, anything else your heart desires. But where I think this worm really shines is on a shaky head. And that is the reason why. I mean, I'm trying to hold still and watch that tail. It shakes without any movement from you. So it's got a great presentation in the water. Now, I picked up a few different colors from JBros. I'm going to show you some of the colors that they have. This is one of my favorites right here when we have days like we have today. The lake's coming up a little bit. A normally clear lake has got a little bit of stain to it right now, just the right amount of stain, just under 3 feet. And when a lot of people, when you get dirtier water in the spring, love to throw a black or a black and blue, I love to throw a June bug. And this is black and blue. And by the way, one of the things I love is they literally list how to rig these things on the sticker, on the package. This is Baby D Bass. And I'll tell you, this is really good on a jig head minnow. This is silver shad. Flipping a stick bait in clear water in the spring is one of the most killer ways to catch them, especially when they pull up on the bed or right before they pull up on the bed when they're staging to move in. And this is a killer little flipping bait for me during the middle of spring. On that little ball, I'll put just a touch of chartreuse, but this is watermelon red and it mimics a bluegill very well. Nothing like a little purple when you're on those smallmouth heavy lakes. This is green pumpkin purple. In the clear waters I fish, you better have some green pumpkin. Want to put this on a drop shot? Here's some Morning Dawn. All right, geeks, so JBros wanted me to do a little giveaway. We were going to give away 1 pack of Morning Dawn, but hey, here's what we're going to do. Don't kill me, Larry, because I'll probably come begging for more worms. We're going to give away 4 packs of these. If you'll stay around to the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can win. All right, geeks, if you haven't noticed, this is one of my favorite rod and reel combos. This is Cashin, love Cashin. Pretty much 100% American made. They make their own blanks. There just ain't many companies that do that. I love the Core series. It's called the Core series for a reason. And it has got your core group of rods. Everything you could need to go fishing, whether it be tournaments or just out here doing what we're doing, having a good time. This rod is a 7-foot medium heavy fast action. So great for the shaky head. A little stiffer tip, good hook sets. I can throw it around a little bit of cover because it's weedless, so it works great. Now I've got that coupled with the Lose Custom Pro speed spin. They've updated it. I'll make sure we put links in the description. Like I always say, everything will be down in the description. The best way to support us is to go click on that Tackle Warehouse link down in the description. Now, JBros isn't on Tackle Warehouse, so make sure you click on them to support small businesses. But otherwise, if you're picking up some rod, reel, and line, make sure you click on that, bookmark it. And if you don't, scan this QR code and bookmark it on your phone. That way, anytime you go to Tackle Warehouse, use our link. It doesn't cost you a dime because we don't do memberships or any sort of Patreon. We want to share everything with everybody. Now, as far as line goes, this is the High Vis Yellow casting braid from K9. Two ways you can get that. By the way, you can go to K9's website, use this 10% off discount, or you can get that from Tackle Warehouse also. And we've got it teamed up with 8-pound Pro 100 100% fluorocarbon. And by the way, if I didn't say the yellow, 10-pound test. So let's talk about weight. Now, my go-to weight on a shaky head is 1/8 ounce. You go lighter or you can go heavier. I know a lot of guys like to go heavier. If you have a lot of wind, you're going to want to step up, a quarter. But if it's dead calm, a lot of times this is my go-to weight. And I've been known to fish an 1/8 ounce down to about 20, 25 feet. Now, it takes a little bit, but I'm just one of those weird guys that love to fish light things down deep, and I got a little bit of patience in doing that. Now, a shaky head is just an incredible worm. And like I said, when we talk about JBros, that worm to me just screams shaky head because of the tail. So let's talk about situation and location in the early spring. It is March here, I think like 2nd or 3rd, I don't even know. But the water temps this morning were 46 degrees, so still a little bit low for where we are. We've been catching bass in the center of bluff walls in the first part of the creeks, steep bluff walls. Our bigger bass really came from those types of areas. Points, main lakes, they haven't moved up yet. Now, what we discovered this morning is we've got a little bit of warm up. So the nights have started and we're at the very beginning of it. My rule of 3, right? It's got to be 3 nights. After the 3rd night, most of the time, it's going to be your better bite. And if it's if it's stable for a longer period of time, the bite's only going to get better. But it only takes a little bit of a cold front to shut them back down. Now, what we had today was a full moon. And that has an early bite because of the warm up already. And then they stop feeding. When they stop feeding, this is when you break out the shaky head. Any sort of bottom bouncer, especially this, because you can leave it in their face. And like I said, just watch that tail. You barely have to move it to get any action. And they just can't stand that right now. So main lake points, humps, make sure you're looking at places that lead into spawning creeks, coves, and bays. Now, something that I love to do is make sure that I am 45 degreeing the bank so that I'm staying out far enough to where I'm fishing this down pretty deep. And that allows me to figure out where the fish are in the water column on the bank. I'm not doing a lot of hopping right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it a few inches, maybe a foot, and then I'm going to shake the slack in the line and let it sit there dead sticking it for a minute. I'm going to drag it a little bit. I'm going to shake the slack in the line, and I'm going to dead stick it for just a little bit. Because when they're in that negative mood, you want that bait to sit there in their face with that awesome tail from JBros just wiggling. Drives them nuts. They cannot stand it. If you feel weight, set the hook. Okay? You might lose a bait or two. You might catch a 3-pounder. But if you just lift up and you feel weight, set the hook. Because this is the time when you could catch the best bass of the year or your personal best. So it could be a monster on the other end of that line. Otherwise, you feel that tick, swing away, straight up or 45. Get that rod tip down. Don't let that bass jump. Reel down, okay? Reel down. Don't just drop your rod tip. reel down, keep the tension on them, and get them to the boat. Single hook, if you can handle the net, get the net. If you got somebody that can get the net, get the net. Otherwise, get down there, put them on your thumb. Now, you want to win those 4-packs. Again, Larry, don't kill me. I know you just wanted me to give away that one, but I ain't paying shipping on 1 pack of baits. We're going to give something away. We're going to give away at least a few. If you want to win those 4 packs of these baits, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to catch a ton of bass. And the worm bite's only going to get better as we get closer to spawn. Make sure you go hashtag JBros down in the comment section below. We want to say thanks, JBros, for sending us those packs, making sure that we can give them to you guys. But hashtag JBros down in the comment section. Now, like I said, support small business, support JBros. Make sure you go check out their website. Love their worms like the Haymaker. And if you want to see the video we talked about earlier, make sure you go check it out right here. Otherwise, questions and comments in the comment section below. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you get the notification to be part of the 100% Watch Squad. All you got to do is watch every video when it comes out. And you geeks rock.